Remember Steven and Olga from season 6? Steven was a self-professed party boy who didn't take life too seriously.
I'm young, so my life is party after party after party.
His Russian girlfriend Olga was only ever intended to be a summer fling. But then, after just 6 weeks of knowing each other, the pair got some unexpected news.
Had a summer fling, and then just a few days before her visa was about to expire, we found out that she was pregnant.
And as I'm sure you recall, when Steven headed out to Russia for the birth of his son, his behaviour made viewers question whether he was mature enough for a relationship, let alone to be a dad.
If baby comes tonight, I'm not here.
Steven, stop.
I don't want the baby to come. I'm not here. You told me, stop touching him. Stop touching him. You're not going to tell me not to touch my son.
Steven, just relax.
Now, while they were understandably over the moon at the birth of their son, little Richie Alexander, who they referred to as Alex, their happiness didn't last too long. Right from the very start, their relationship seemed to be on very shaky ground, and most of their problems seemed to stem from the fact that Steven didn't feel that Olga was giving their relationship enough attention, or more accurately, he didn't feel that she was giving him enough attention.
When we were in Ocean City, you used to be so excited to see me. I would go to work, you'd run up and give me a hug immediately. But then everything changed. You should be appreciating every single thing that I'm doing for you.
And despite lying to Olga the entire duration of her pregnancy about having applied for a K1 visa when in fact he hadn't, and despite the fact that he asked Olga if he could take the baby back to America with him while she remained in Russia waiting for her visa to be processed, the pair did eventually tie the knot back in August 2019. But ever since, there have been rumours of them breaking up, then making up, getting back together again and separating again. It's been a constant on-off relationship. The pair had been living with Steven's grandmother, and the last we saw them on our screens, Steven was working as a pizza delivery driver during the pandemic. So, in the recent episodes of 90 Day Diaries, we've been given an update as to what they're up to now and the status of their relationship. Sadly, from what we're shown, things don't appear particularly good. So we learn that they left Steven's grandmother's house in Maryland in order to start afresh in New York.
I was hoping for a fresh start in New York, but we've had a lot of ups and downs.
I would say it was a pretty tough time.
Now, we'll get to their relationship problems shortly because boy have there been quite a lot of them, but they reveal that one of the major pressures they're under is finances. Both are now working, Steven as a server in a restaurant and Olga as a babysitter. But despite that, finances are very tight.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure to succeed in New York City since it's a really expensive city.
It's a lot of stress.
It is hard, really, to be able to cover the bills.
Baby Alex is now 4 years old, and Olga and Steven, who are now both 24 years old, seem like they're both very attentive, hands-on parents. But, as good as their parenting skills are, the same can't be said of their relationship.
We had a few problems. The number one, there's a lot of them, but the number one is communication.
And Steven moved out for a little bit.
And despite living separately for a while, not for the first time, it was some unexpected news that ended up bringing them back together again.
I found out that I'm pregnant. I was not expecting that. And Steven decided to come back home.
And this bit is important, Steven describes how in order to fix their relationship, he wants them both to do couples therapy. But importantly, he hasn't yet got round to booking it. And listen to what he says about getting attention. It sounds remarkably familiar, doesn't it?
So we're going to be doing some therapies, hopefully soon, to give our relationship more attention.
You've really got to hope that he actually does mean what he says and it is his relationship that he wants to give attention to and not him personally, because with the second child on the way, Olga's ability to put up with his childish behaviour is likely to be very limited.
Steven!
But who's... Oh, now you're coming against me.
Now, on that topic of having another baby, while there is some disagreement between them, both are very excited to be parents a second time around. But with that excitement, there's also some nerves.
Having a new baby, it's a lot, but I am excited. Even though it wasn't planned, I hope it's a boy. I mean, I want a girl,
No,
but I would love a boy. I would love a boy.
It will be a girl.
Yes.
I'm so happy right now. But it's scary to have a second child because I don't know I will be able to manage or not.
And when we join her on a call with her friend Natasha, Olga reveals that the status of their relationship might not be so clear-cut. I mean, sure, they are living together, but are they back to being a couple?
Especially when I'm pregnant right now, we need to figure out right now, are we together or not together?
Right.
Because every time we had a fight, he was like, I don't want to deal with this.
Now, from what we know of Steven, I can't say I'm particularly surprised to hear that that's how he responds when they have a fight. But Steven seemed to imply that he wanted to work on things. He said he wanted couples therapy. However, the fact that he's yet to book any sessions has left Olga questioning whether his heart is really in it. If he really loves her and he wants to fix the relationship, she asks, then why hasn't he booked therapy yet?
He wants to do like a couple therapy, but we never really, schedule the session. I don't like it. It's like not cool, dude.
And right now we still want to work on it, but I hope that he's really serious about that and that we're gonna do this.
Now, the next morning we join Steven as he takes us to the site of his new job. What is this new job? Well, he's just been appointed the floor manager of a restaurant that's soon to launch.
A new hotel/restaurant. It's more modern and luxury.
This will be one of the venues that you end up managing. So many great views.
Wow, this is a lot better than what I was expecting.
The job has been awarded to him by his friend Dom. The position comes with a lot of responsibility and a pay packet that reflects that.
I start next week. I'm feeling nervous because with the pay that is on the table is like, wow.
And given what we know about their financial struggles, it's really, really good to hear this. But what we hear next isn't so good. Steven reveals that Dom is his only friend in New York. When he left Olga, he was crashing on Dom's sofa.
This job came about from my friend Dom, who I had met on social media. Dom is my only friend here in New York. So when problems happened with Olga and I ended up crashing on his couch.
And given that they're close enough to live together, close enough to offer him a job, Dom clearly knows more about their relationship than we do. So when he asks Steven how things are going since he moved back in with Olga, what we learn, and in particular Dom's opinion on everything, is quite concerning.
How is everything since you left my place?
I feel like it's good that we are going to give therapy a shot.
And while you might expect his friend to be supportive about this, actually it turns out to be quite the opposite. In his confessional, Dom shares how he doubts the therapy will work. That's if Steven books it in the first place. And he also reveals, had it not been for the unexpected pregnancy, he thinks the relationship would already be over.
I'm an outside perspective, but from what I do know, couples therapy for them, I don't think it's going to save anything. If she had not gotten pregnant, I don't think they would have been back together.
The way he said that, the little chuckle, the smirk, makes you think that Steven has probably confided a lot in this guy. And what Steven says next confirms maybe he's not all that keen to actually try and fix things. Maybe he's already given up.
I don't know, Dom. With Olga and I know that if we get through this, our relationship will be stronger than it ever has been. But a part of me does feel like I do need to be more realistic and start preparing for all possibilities.
Now, regardless of their relationship status, I've got no doubt that both Olga and Steven are good parents, and that might, at least in part, be down to the trauma that both of them suffered as kids. Olga was brought up in an orphanage after her parents killed her sister. If you'd like to hear about that crazy story, then check out this video next.